He is one of the top players in the National Football League. As a matter of fact, he's made the top 10 on the top 100 NFL list and NFL Network, and that gets revealed coming up this weekend. Played in the Super Bowl last year, won it 2 years ago, and despite all of his excellence on the field and off the field as a community man, he lights up the internet because he decides to shave his face. It's insane, the world that this man lives, but we always appreciate when Travis Kelce calls into the Rich Eisen Show. How are you, Travis?
Rich, fellas, how we doing today, guys? It's a beautiful day out here in Kansas City. Got a nice, clean shaved face so the sun can.
Really? You're not growing it back? Like you're not starting from you're starting from scratch every day? Like literally?
You know what?
Really?
After that picture, I realized, you know what? I need to really embrace who I am. And looking at myself in the mirror really motivates me to, keep doing the right things in life. Going to work, playing hard, being selfless,
Right.
That's what it's all about, man.
But what a pain in the ass it is to do that every day if you don't have to. I mean, right? It's maintenance. No.
Oh, man. To be honest, right now I'm just torturing my girlfriend because she's not a fan of just the shaved face, the baby face.
Oh my!
It's kind of poking the bear right now. It's just having fun.
Travis, it's not even popular at home too. You're getting it on Twitter.
No.
You're getting it really. It's not even.
Yeah, no, I'm getting uppercuts and just left hooks from everybody. That's good though. It's good fun. It's good fun, and I'm enjoying every bit of it.
Dude, seriously, what's it like when you look at your phone and people are like, "What the hell just happened?" And you're like, walk me through the process of how it led to you defacing your own selfie and using it as your avatar. Walk me through that process, please, Travis Kelce. Give me that one.
Well, I couldn't even tell you, man. I just jumped on social media, and after a hard training camp day, I mean, I feel like it was about 110 degrees outside, and I'm going to grab lunch, and I just so happened to throw Twitter on the phone, and I just started scrolling, and I was like, man, a lot of people are talking about this terrible picture I just took. I wonder how this is going to go over.
Yeah.
And sure enough, like within the next 2 days, I mean, every single ESPN, NFL, you name it, Shade Room, every single social media outlet had wrote something just hilarious, and I was in a frenzy, man. I was caught in the wash, and all you can do at that point is just laugh it off, man. And just learn to live, and fight another day.
And then deface your selfie and own it. That's what you need to do.
Yeah, no, that was also the other part, man. Just own it, man.
Yeah.
Just own it.
Because we did the same.
You can't fight it. Because once you fight it, social media is just going to turn it up a whole nother level.
Well, we did it too. We defaced we drew beards on ourselves. That's still up on our YouTube page. That's still up on our YouTube header.
That's how you bring a community together, right there. and that's why I love you guys, man. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm on the Rich Eisen Show, baby.
Oh man, Travis Kelce here on the Rich Eisen Show. And one other thing, now, I kind of want to hit with you. I don't know if I heard this or not. I think I heard this. Is it true your name isn't really pronounced Kelce? It's Kelce, and somebody calls it Kelce. Is that true? Did I hear that? Travis,
I mean, so there is truth to it. Yes, there is a lot of truth to it. So I was on Taylor Lewan's podcast.
Yes.
Absolutely butchered his last name, and I've known him for years. I felt like an idiot when I said Lewan.
Yes.
And he called me out on it, and I was just like, man, you know what? People have been saying my name wrong the whole time, too. And there is some truth to it. Everybody on my father's side has said Kelce my entire life. But my father, growing up, just kind of got lazy and didn't really want to keep correcting everybody that was calling him Kelce. So he just went along with Kelce. So my father worked from home and answered the phone calls every single time somebody would call it. Hello, Ed Kelce. So, I mean, my name is Kelce. I'm rolling with what my dad says, what my brother says.
Okay.
Shout out to all the Kelces that are in the family tree. I hope we're not pissing you off. But,
so it's really it's a silent E on your family tree. So it's the family tree is basically what you're saying. The Kelce family tree, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I'm trying. I don't even know.
You can keep calling me Travis Kelce.
Okay, because it's good. Because with
what Papa Kelce turned it into.
After hearing this on Taylor's podcast, the Bussin' with the Boys, I got to mention. Oh, by the way, You gotta mention Compton too, right? I mean, because he gets really
That's
pissed.
a tandem right there, man.
He gets really pissed, and I kind of like always like forgetting him. I like leaving him off. Like, it's Taylor Lewan's podcast. Because by the way, and after hearing that and then seeing you shave, I've thought I don't even know who the hell Travis Kelce is anymore. You know, like my whole world is off its axis. I didn't even know what the hell was going on right there.
Yeah, I'm walking around Kansas City just blending in with the trees. Nobody even knows. It's like, who's that tall guy with the shaved face?
With the shaved face.
He looks familiar, but I can't pick it out.
Yeah. Where do you think Travis Kelce here in the Rich Eisen Show? Where do you think you're going to be on the top 10 list? What do you got? One? Let's say it. Come on. What do you think?
I'm just, I'm very honored to even, be recognized within the top 10. I mean, on the 100, it's such a team-driven sport, Rich. A lot of the individual accolades, they're cool at the end of the day, and when everything's said and done. But what's real is that I'm not the same player without a guy named Patrick Mahomes and Tyreek Hill and Coach Andy Reid. So, it's just it's me thanking everybody, for doing their job and help making my life so easy on the football field and help making this team better.
Now let's just really just act like it's just the two of us talking here and there's nobody else listening, despite the fact it's an international audience. But let's just say, what would it mean if you wound up higher on the list than Mahomes, though? How great would that be?
Oh, my gosh. Oh, man. I don't know if I would ever let him live that down. I would just tell him, you need me every day. I'm like, you need me.
Honestly, how amazing would that be if it winds up where...
Oh, my gosh. I might even go on Twitter and say this list is just bananas. This list is ridiculous. I'm sick of seeing guys just placed anywhere on here.
Oh, that would be wonderful, though.
It would be rich.
It would it not be? I am so rooting for you on that front. That would be great. I would just be my eyes peeled on this weekend and just hope I hear Mahomes' name before Kelce. That would be amazing. And my son did choose you 5th overall in his fantasy draft. My 10-year-old. Yes, and because he came up last year because he likes having puns for his fantasy team names and things like that. Like Tell It to the Judge is his fantasy baseball because he's got Aaron Judge on it. So the name of his team, you ready for this, Travis? Ready?
I'm waiting on it.
To Kelce for Comfort. That's the name of his team. To Kelce
for Comfort.
Yeah.
I like that. That's pretty clever.
There you go.
That's pretty clever.
Yeah, his dad came up with it.
He
had no idea what... He had no idea.
Work with that one.
I came up with it. He really didn't know. He doesn't remember what Too Close for Comfort is or anything like that. But he loves it. He's fired up, man. So you're not just playing for the Chiefs. You're playing for To Kelce for Comfort. I just want you to be aware of that.
You get a good name, you're in it. It's just how fantasy football works.
Here we go.
If you got a bad name, you might as well just not even look every single week.
Okay. I've got a couple of football questions for you, Travis Kelce. Here they come. Here's the first one. How in the world do you improve on anything? It just seems that, I understand last year you didn't finish up with you picking confetti out of your hair, but it just seems to be so terrific and everybody seems to be getting better. I mean, honestly, what is it like to be pushing the same rock up the same hill and hoping to get a one different result on the win-loss? What's that like, Travis Kelce?
Well, one thing about football is that you're nonstop. You can always find something to get better at. It's just you never have seen all the reps that you're going to see out on the football field. It always plays out differently. Even when you think you got something schemed up and everything, it just plays out always just a little bit different. So building the instincts to always have something in your back pocket to refer to, or just to have instinctual visualizations and stuff like that. I'm always trying to find other ways to win my routes or to make the block, things like that. So that's always, taking me to the next level or trying to get me over the hump to the next level in every aspect of the game. But I think Coach Reid does an unbelievable job every single year in, year out, of creating a playbook that we can grow in. So it's not the same stuff that we've been throwing out there so we can get schemed up and it makes our job harder. It's actually he's putting in new stuff. He's putting in things that are, going to make our jobs that much easier out there on the field and put us in a position to have success. And when we rep all these plays in practice, we find ways to have success versus various coverages. And I think that's where I really grow every single year is within this offense and going out there and just trying to make the best play for the team, man.
What's it like to get one of those new plays from Reid? Have you had one of those moments like, where the hell?
Oh, man.
Oh, and obviously, Eric Bieniemy, and it's a staff contribution. But when you get one of them, and have you had moments like, wow, I didn't think of that? Like, how do they think of that? Do you have that stuff, or no, not really?
No, we got some wacky stuff in the playbook now. I mean, we got some gadget stuff that you wouldn't even think would be on a football field. But it's fun, man. I tell everybody all the time, man. Wednesdays might be my second favorite day of the week outside of Sundays or game day, because Wednesdays that Wednesday install is that base game plan, the majority of the plays that you're going to get. And it's just exciting to hear Coach Reid, explain how we're going to attack this team, and with what parts and with what routes and what run plays and stuff like that. It's just it's exciting for me, and I feel like with Mahomes it expanded even more. So 4 years ago, whenever Pat got here, everything started to expand, and even Alex's last year it started to expand downfield with the players that we had with Tyreek Hill and all the speed we had. It's just been a whole lot of fun just, hearing Coach Reid get excited about a play call and then finally getting it called in the game and it going for 6, man. It's just it's a time warp that I love being in, man.
No, and the question, you bring up Alex Smith and Patrick Mahomes, 2 minutes left here with Travis Kelce on the Rich Eisen Show. And I'm gonna ask the question, and this is not at all in any way, shape, or form to see if Alex Smith shouldn't have started that whole first season as Mahomes was just drafted at all, okay? And that's my front load of this thing, because I'm asking this question merely because we're seeing Matt Nagy, who was on the staff that year, now in Chicago, trying to replicate something where he's got a new jewel, right, that he just traded up to go get in the first round, just like the Chiefs did with Mahomes. Do you think Mahomes needed that time to become the Mahomes he is today? Travis, best you can tell, having a front row seat for all of that. What do you think?
I'm a little biased. That's a great question. I'm a little biased in who Patrick Mahomes is. I think I saw it from the get-go, his determination, his ability to see coverages early, feel confident in what he's seeing, be able to throw a good ball. And then obviously his ability to make plays when the play breaks down. It's second to no one that I've ever played with or ever seen on the field. So I'm a little biased when I say I don't think he needed that year, but I do think that it helped him be ready for the next season more than anything, without a doubt. Him understanding Alex's his professionalism, just how to be a pro. It's reassuring. It gives you that confidence that, okay, I know how to do this. This is a guy who's had success in the league for numerous years, almost a decade now, and this he does it like this. I can see how he has success and turn it into my own madness and my own psychic, and I think that really helped him. But at the same time, when you're talking about need it, I don't know, man. Patrick Mahomes got something about him that I think he was going to find a way. It might not have been early, as fast as the 50 touchdowns his first season starting, or 55 touchdowns his first season starting. It might not have been something like that. But I think he would have still had or found success under Coach Reid.
What about like huddle command? What about huddle command and having the play call and knowing it and being able to deliver it in a manner in the huddle that communicated it rather than just memorizing it and spitting it out and stuff like that?
Those are all things that first-year quarterbacks and first-year players all struggle with. Getting in and out of the huddle, being confident with what they're seeing, what they know,
right.
Their progression and stuff like that. I think it definitely helped him. Like I said, it definitely helped him. But Pat was always pretty good, just in terms of being on top of the play calling and understanding where he needs to go versus what coverages and stuff like that.
As always, before I let you go, I want to give you the floor on your charitable works, your foundation, whatever you're up to, and how anyone who's listening can be a part. What you're doing there.
Nice. I appreciate that.
Always.
87 and running. 87andrunning.com, or I believe it's actually .org. You can just go on my social media and click the link in the bio.
Yep.
I've been so fortunate to get the community's support, people's support in doing the right things for these kids in this community in Kansas City and Cleveland, Ohio, where I'm from. actually in the second week in September, we are opening the Ignition Lab that I bought a muffler shop right next to Operation Breakthrough, which is a school that helps out underprivileged kids throughout the community. And it's something that I've seen kids grow through my entire years here in Kansas City. And the program ended in 8th grade. Well, I was able to buy this shop, and with Kansas City support, we were able to find the funds to create this after-school STEM lab opportunities for these high school kids. So they'll go to Operation Breakthrough through 8th grade, and then they'll finally go to this Ignition Lab where they'll be able to, just be high school kids in a very controlled environment, off the streets, doing the right things, and have a goal in mind with the STEM labs that are going to be in the Ignition Lab. So it's just it's a whole lot of fun, and I'm excited. And like I said, you could find 87 and running in my any of my social media bios.
Well, Travis, always appreciate the time. Congratulations in advance on being the inaugural member of To Kelce for Comfort. I hope you ball out on that front. You're welcome. We'll be keeping a close eye on your beard and your shaving habits. I know that sounds odd, but you know what I'm talking about, what's going on in the world. And just in general, appreciate you and your time. And I sure as hell hope to hear the word Mahomes before Kelce on NFL Network coming up. That would be just amazing. I would love that.
I would look forward to it, but I'm listening in on all these episodes, big guy. I love listening to you guys.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that. You're the best, Travis Kelce. You bet. Let's chat down the line. That's the one and only Travis Kelce right here on the Rich Eisen Show. Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.